And now, You Are There with Jerry Stewart.
Hello, I'm Jerry Stewart. As you know, I spend a lot of time talking about the great sacrifice of our war veterans and those presently serving in our military. And we want to always take the time to give great honor and respect to those who have given us, are giving us today, our freedom. But having said that, there's something else to say. In a moment, you will know, because you are there.
Hello, I'm Jerry Stewart. It's been over 20 years now since I started doing my radio programs. How did I get the idea to start it? 2 reasons. First, to remind us all where we've come from and our duty to make our great America even greater. My second reason, some in our nation today are trying hard to rewrite history with lies and half-truths, and that's wrong. Want to hear 70 of my favorite true stories on one CD? Call me now at 817-995-4607 and place your order. Or you can go online at www.jerrystewartusa.com. And the cost? Just $19.95 plus $6 shipping and handling, a total of $25.95. Place your order now, and I'll include with it my book, Saving America, at no additional charge. So call now at 817-995-4607 or go online at www.jerrystewartusa.com. Give us a call. Until then, tell the truth. God bless you.
There's a lot of talk today about our U.S. military's honor and sacrifice, and it is all well-deserved. But here's one other important point. Honor and sacrifice are not limited just to our military. It is the job of all Americans to act honorably. Simply said, we are a nation, America, one nation under God, but we are also individuals with individual responsibilities. And each of us must carry our own share of the weight in our nation if we are to succeed as a nation. Did you know that when America went to war with England in 1776, only about 16% of all able-bodied men fought for the colonies? You say, why was that? Because so many people were not willing to really stand up for America. And isn't that where we are today as a nation of people? So many Americans are more interested in talking down our nation, while what our America really needs is for us as citizens to stand up. It was patriot Edmund Burke who said, all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. But you say, what can I do? I'm just one person. One other powerful Edmund Burke quote says this, no one can make a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could only do a little. A few reports back, I talked about the Washington Monument, which stands in Washington, D.C., and the question was asked, why did they choose to make the Washington Monument a pillar? The answer? Because a pillar is the best representation of George Washington as a person. It's a reflection of his character. In tough and difficult times, George Washington stood firm like a pillar. But the question today which must be asked is this. If a monument was built to honor you and to represent who you are as a person, what would that monument look like? Sadly, many of us would have to admit that if our own monument was built, it might not be very much at all. But the good news is this, there's still time. We still have the opportunity now to stand up, to pledge our allegiance, not just with our words, but more importantly, with our actions. And just where do we find the strength to be a pillar? The same place George Washington did, Almighty God. God was George Washington's strength. Listen to a part of George Washington's prayer for America. He said, Almighty God, we make our earnest prayer that thou wilt keep the United States in thy holy protection, and finally, that thou wilt most graciously be pleased to dispose us all to do justice, to love mercy, and to demean ourselves with that charity and humility. It was Abraham Lincoln who said, if you look for the bad in people, you will surely find it. Let us not be so quick to look for the bad in our nation and our people, but instead to look for the good, but not with a blind eye. As we look for the good in America, let us be part of that good by standing up for what is right, seeking out justice and truth, and being honorable. I'm Jerry Stewart, and now you know, because you are there.